Subject matter today, young lady, everybody is listen up. Are you ready? Oh my God, you guys see that beautiful fly, that beautiful lady on there? And it said, what, are you ready? For those that are new to the call and have never heard her speak, put on your seatbelt. She's a retired educator. She's a wife. She's a mother. She's the first African-American female regional vice president in the Midwest, excuse me. She is a mother, a woman, living on purpose. Ooh, I like to say that one more time. She's a woman living on purpose and in purpose. Let me say that one more time. She's a woman living in purpose and on purpose. Without further ado, I tell you what, let's give a warm welcome to Regional Vice President, Ms. Nichole Woods.
Good morning, and good afternoon. Listen, you guys, let me tell you something. I made this commitment with Mr. Al Thomas a couple of months ago, and I was so excited. And let me tell you about the great thing about being able to live an and life. My best friend also asked me to come to her school for the month of July to help out with what's called, as some of you who are parents may know or remember, it's called the Lemonade Stand. And so as a part of entrepreneurial studies, I show young people how to think outside the box as entrepreneurs, and they get to do what's called a Lemonade Day. And on Lemonade Day, you can make money and you will donate it through your sales of lemonade. When I tell you these kids are understanding strategy and how to market and how to think like winners and how to overcome obstacles, everything that we do in our business and everything that's really called life, that's what they're doing as well. And so Mr. Al Thomas is crazy because some of the books that you've even suggested, these are kids that are kindergarten through 8th grade. It's never too early to learn. And so I break it down to the very last compound for them so they can get it. You know, we were reading The Greatest Networker in the World by John Milton Fogg. And I mean, it's just so many things that are going on, and we're watching different movies. Remember the Titans of, you know, how to come together. It's just so much. And so while I was doing this, you know, I'm here every day. That's right. That's right. And so Mr. Al Thomas has his book right there. So for the month of July, I'm here. And I was thinking to myself, now I'm going to live an and life. So I'm in somebody's classroom. I don't even know, you know, whose room this is, to do this today. And I was like, I'm living an and life from 12 to 12:30. I said, let's just make it one. I'll be unavailable. But let me tell you something else that this has taught me as well, Mr. Thomas, and for the rest of you on this line who are free thinkers and get to live a life, freedom on your own terms. I said, Mary, Jesus, and JoJo, this is why I no longer teach. This is why I'm no longer in anybody's classroom. I'm subject to be, you know, it's just a lot. Listen, it's a lot of pressure being back in here right now. And I know that I'm ready to get out of here. But let me tell you what I'm super excited about, being on this call with you. So before we even get started, you know, we're going to say a really quick prayer and we're going to get this party started right. So Father God in heaven, what we're going to ask for you to do right now is not allow Nichole Woods to speak. You speak. In Jesus' name, amen. So listen, you guys, I'm excited. I thought about this and I was texting Mr. Thomas. I'm so ecstatic that he's coming to Cleveland. You got to finish reading your message because I asked you about 2 dates and I asked you about dinner. Text me back because I want to. You like, oh, what was it? Check your WhatsApp app. You know, let me tell you something, then we're going to get started. When you have people who pour into your life, when you have people who care about you, and don't care about a financial tie, don't care about if their name is ever mentioned. That's a Mr. Al Thomas. He pours into the lives of so many of us, and we're able to take full advantage of it. And we go out into the universe and we do the very same thing. So the fact that this platform is even available for us to be able to take full advantage of, that's what I'm excited about. But sharing some good news with you guys today. And so the topic for today is, are you ready? So if you're ready, let me see your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. I love it. Are you ready? Now, it's crazy because I say, are you ready? But really, are we ready? So let's go ahead. I want to jump right into these slides, you guys, so you can see some of the things that I thought about when I thought about just life in general and our business and how we handle self. Are we really ready? So let's take a look. Are you ready? Because if you're not, and let me stop that, CC, you're already behind the 8 ball. And so what does ready look like for you? That's something that you really want to take some time out. You want to grab your notebook. You want to do some introspect. You want to be able to dive into your own mind and what does ready look like for me? And then being ready for me does what for other people? So that's super important. So look, the next slide talks about how do we get ready? Man, when I tell you yesterday's call was so fire. Oh my goodness, I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for it to come out. You know, we got to hear from Mr. Julian. He was talking about working out and he said, I don't want to get up. You know what? The only person who gets up earlier than me is Mr. Al Thomas. He said that. And he said, I don't want to get up. I don't even want to get up a little later than him, a little earlier. I don't want to do it. I don't want to jump rope for 30 minutes, knowing 15 minutes in, if you guys were on there, if not, I'm giving you a snippet. He talked about jump roping with that heavy weighted jump rope. And after 15 minutes, because he's already talked himself into, oh my goodness, I got to make this happen. I got to do it. And at the same time, while he's telling himself this, his body is saying, who are we doing this for? Bruh, what's happening? Like, what are we trying to prove? But he made the commitment. Did you see the Kobe Bryant mindset video? He made the commitment. He signed on the dotted line. And who is he proving to? Himself. So the next 15 minutes, it's a constant conversation. Hands are getting wet. Hands are sweaty. Hands are getting a little cut in it because you're holding on to that rope tighter and tighter and tighter, but you made the commitment. He didn't get up on Tuesday and say, yeah, I'm doing this. It was a mental conversation. It was a physical conversation. It's a spiritual connection that's taking place. It's energy, like he said, attached to that thing. So now that he's made that commitment, if you were listening yesterday, now that you've made a commitment, how do you get ready? How are we preparing for what we need to do? Look at it right here. Know that you already won. If you got a goal in mind and you already telling yourself, well, just in case it don't happen, and you constantly giving yourself a plan B through Z, so that what you're really doing is quitting and not winning, you've already checked out before you even gotten started, which means you setting yourself up to lose. You're already behind the 8 ball. So to get ready, this is how we do it. Know that you've already won. That's it. Believe in yourself, because there's going to be some times and there's going to be some people who will not and do not believe in you already. Some of them are clapping for you right now. Some of them are cheering you on right now. But in the back of their mind, they like, I can't wait to see this not take off. I can't wait to see her fail. Man, I just wish he would. So understand that you have to be your number one cheerleader, because there's going to be days when everybody is not going to be on your side. Everybody's not going to agree with you. Everybody is not going to see what you see. Everybody doesn't have your vision. So it's crazy, because I was telling my husband right before getting on the call, I was like, I got to hang up. I got this call to do. And we were talking about some things with our daughter. And so, you know, I was telling him the vision that I have for her. And he was telling me the vision he had for her. And collectively, because we're a team, what we want for our daughter. And so I was saying, it's the same with my business. I said, but she has to have a vision for herself. And so he said, well, yeah, I remember you telling me how, you know, you had a vision in this business and I saw it going differently. And you said it was going to go this way. And this is what the Lord told you. And then you reminded me it wasn't a conference call. It was your vision. So the same thing right now. Check your vision. What does that look like? Set some goals for yourself. Have the end in mind. You see that right there? Have the end in mind. What do you want it to look like at the end? And then let's work backwards. But you got to map out that game plan and always move forward. There are going to be some challenging days. There are going to be some stressful times. There's going to be some amazing successes. And you want to take the time to revel in it, but you don't want to sit there. You want to keep moving forward. And the main thing is to find support and then find evidence to support your belief in whatever it is that you do. That's whether it's in your ACN business. That's whether it's at your place of employment and you're looking to take a step up or to do something different. It's whether you're setting out a goal for your children. It's whether or not you're indulging in a new relationship or you're cultivating one that's already existing. You gotta always find evidence to support the belief of why it's okay to make this thing happen. And then do the necessary tools and steps to get ready and stay ready. So now I want you guys to be able to see this as well. This is how we stay ready. You see all these tools here in the box for us to stay ready. You know, this of course is I used to be an educator, so this is a children's box, all the things they need to stay ready. So what does this box have? Pencils and papers and scissors and so forth and erasers. So you don't have to get up to get a pencil. You don't have to get up to get an eraser. Oh, I need the scissors. Oh, I need glue. Everything is right here in the box. This is how you stay ready. So what goes in your box? What goes in your box is you being the early worm. Be the early worm. That's the reason why Mr. Al Thomas has the life that he has. Mr. Julian has the life. They're the early worm. They're up before everybody else looking to get started and already being. So when everybody else is up at 8, 9, 10, you know, or on their way to work, they're already making calls. They've already worked out. They've already so forth and so on because they decided to stay ready. Be the early worm. And let's prepare for the unexpected. You want to know what my unexpected was when I first got in this business? Somebody telling me no. I couldn't believe it. Oh, Pat Robinson, when I tell you, I got my first no. Y'all want to know who my first no was from? My mother. Ooh, right. When I tell you I had decided I wasn't going to call her for I don't know how long, knowing I was going to need her before she knew, well, before she needed me. I was hot. But my mentor said, prepare for the unexpected. It's not going to always look like what you think it's going to look like. It's okay. But prepare for the unexpected. Develop the good habits. So I had to develop the habit that it was okay for a no. It's okay for somebody not to agree with me. It's okay for someone not to have the same vision that I do. It's okay. And then when you are cultivating the plan and when we're staying ready also keeps you open to constructive criticism. Listen, I was listening one time, it was last week, I was listening to Catherine Williams. She was doing her testimonial on one of our global calls. And I just kept looking at her. And I was like, this lady has done all this and still so humble, so open and receptive to leadership. I know just from her serving in the military, and thank you, Catherine, for that. There were some days where she wasn't open to what was going down, for sure. But open to constructive criticism, open to growth and learning is how she's been able to have the stick-to-itiveness and be able to retire from the military and even have the mindset that she has today. And that's how she's able to even stay ready and what we have our hands on right now. And here's a big one. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from your mistakes and don't point the finger at other people. It's you. You did it. This is the reason why I didn't get my bonus. This is the reason why this rep didn't. This is the reason why the customer, you point that one finger and look at the other fingers coming back. Always take full responsibility. Learn from your mistakes. Allow them to be lessons. And then you'll be able to grow. And for any leader in anything that you do, you stay ready by preparing. So for me, I always prepare the night before. As a matter of fact, you know, one of the leadership on our team, they were talking about how they watched me on a Sunday because we spent some time together in Florida. They watched me prepare on Sunday night for the rest of my week. And so I was making phone calls to different leaders and finding out who's doing this, so forth and so on. So I could have my week pretty much set up. And then as anything else became available, then I could say, oh, well, you know what, that's cool. But Rick, guess what? I won't be able to do it because I've already got this set in place or because such and such, so forth and so on, you know, and so staying ready. So even when I saw, it's crazy, I saw it last week about this every Wednesday for the month of July. But I knew I had another commitment here at the school. So I then created that and life. And it's just because I stay ready. So I don't have to choose either or. It's an and life. And so doing that, you know, every student of the game, I want you to master your craft. What I've been focusing on right now in this game is learning how to be an ETL factory. Learning how to not just be excited when people hit the position of CQ. Like, that's mandatory. You're supposed to help people do that. That's why they got started in this business. I know for sure, Maria is not out there like, oh, well, I just hope, maybe so. I know Daryl's not like, hey, listen, the name of the game is 8 a.m. now. Good luck. Look at Daryl laughing. He's like, Guess what? Everything gonna be short if we do that. That's not staying ready. I'm watching Fetty Sherman take notes right loud like nobody's business. It's a part of staying ready. Be a student of the game. Be a student of the craft. For sure. For sure. I see my friend Sensational. That's all I gotta call her. Every week she coming on with some new glasses I want. She's always ahead of the game. And some folks, they don't even know that because I don't know them personally, but guess what? I still do. I find out about everybody who's getting on this call because that's leadership. And leadership always stays ready. That's it. Be a student of the game. So listen, in doing this, anybody ever you heard that song by Kanye? I can't even, it's called Gold Digger. Sam Foster. It's called Gold Digger. No, here we're gonna be gold diggers. I got a shirt that says that I'm a gold digger. That's what we doing up in here. Maria, I'm gonna send you one. I'm a gold digger. I'm setting things up in advance. That's right, Sensational. Go ahead. You making me get off focus. Let me move. Let me get my camera out the way. Sensational jacking me up today. I love being on here with you guys. Hey, Al, I'd have moved on to Al and I see Twyla. We set goals up, don't we, Ishmael? Every single day, every single week, every single month. A person just came into my eyes view right now, Kenneth Roberts. He calls me on a daily or weekly basis about something that's going on in his business. Why? Gold digger. Be realistic with your goals. And guess what else? Guess what else you want to be, Miss Allen? You also want to be unrealistic. I see you, Allen. She over there taking notes too. Be unrealistic with your expectations. You want to have audacious goals. They want to be so big that you scare yourself when it happens. That's what you want to set up for yourself. Realistic and unrealistic expectations. Get yourself a big, huge board, write it down and attack it. Have yourself an accountability partner because the first person you will quit on is you. Have an accountability partner. Like for real, not fake for real. If I didn't have one, there's no way in the world I'm going walking and halfway jogging, running every day. I'm not doing it when it's raining outside. I was outside and listen, I done got so slick. Mr. Julian was talking about his jump rope. I went out and got one yesterday. Now my hair standing up on top of my head. It was real cute this morning, but I was out there jump roping. And then guess what? Something extra happened. But I'm a gold digger. So I set realistic and unrealistic expectations. So today, my goal when I was jump roping is just let's go for 3 minutes because I can't tell you the last time I jump roped. I mean, I had to be in single digit numbers. I wasn't, that's not my ministry. But I was out there today doing it. And so instead of 3 minutes, I pushed myself, it became 5. Now I felt like I need to lay down and take a nap when it was all over, but I'm a gold digger. So I made a realistic expectation for myself and then it became unrealistic, even as small as it is, bite-sized chunks, let's make it happen. And what we're not gonna do, because we're leaders, nobody on this call is a crybaby. We're not a try baby. Oh, I think I'm just going to try it for a week and see how it happens. I'm going to try to see if y'all ever try to make it to somebody's house or tell somebody, I'm going to see if I'm going to try to make it. I'm going to try to make it over. Do you make it? Generally, 85% of the time you don't make it. Why? And you gave yourself the wiggle room out because you said, I'm going to try. So here we're going to just do it. We're going to be do babies of the game and just make it happen. No try babies here. So what we're going to do immediately, no self-doubt, block it out. Mental toughness is the key. There are some of you on this line right now who have done well financially. There's some of you on this call right now who have struggled for the majority of your life. There's some of you on this call right now that people are saying you're already established and you're set, you're a business owner. And then, not knowing that even as a business owner, you open and you close shop. There's some of you right now who have self-doubted yourself and you got a crowd of people like crabs in a barrel ready to make you and keep you and help you stay exactly where you are. It's the conversation, the 6 inches in between our ears that will determine everything. So the name of the game and the key is to block out self-doubt. I don't care if you got to stick different things up to remind yourself of how wonderful you are or how wonderful you wish you could be. You got to do it. Because if not, you could talk yourself right on up out of the blessing that God has in store for you. And so even though he has a plan in place for you, there's still work that you have to do in order to make it happen. So self-doubt, no. You see the people in the background hating, looking, hoping, conniving. You see why they blurred? Because that's not a part of the vision of winners. And winners, even though it happens, we learn how to manage our state. So you want to go ahead and manage your state, knock out that self-doubt, have proper, educated, loving, caring, abundant, confident conversations with yourself, even when you don't feel like it, even when the day is blue, even when it's the worst time. Listen, I remember my grandfather passed away. This was earlier last year. And when he passed away, I had a huge event to do the very same day. And I started telling myself in the midst of it, I was like, oh God, I was like, number one is gone. That's all I kept saying. I was like, what am I going to do? Number one is gone. And in my mind, I said, but remember, even though he always said he was number one, Nichole, you said you were number 11. You get to be number one twice. Okay, Nichole, and guess what? Now he's gone, but guess who's still here? You are. He passed away, you didn't. Now I'm saying this in the midst of my tears and I'm crying. I'm so upset. I'm so super sad. And I'm like, okay, Nichole, we're all born to die. It's what we did in between. And guess what, Nichole? You got to get yourself out of this, because here's the good thing about it. If he was a whack grandfather, if he was just a horrible mess, none of these tears would even exist. You would be able to have the whole day to yourself, preparing and already knowing what's going on. So this was just a minor setback, and you still got a responsibility for those who are looking up to you, who want to win with you. So I had to take the self-doubt. I had to take the negative. I had to take the energy that was weighing me down. I had to take the even sensitive nature of his death and move it to the side, because I knew that it wasn't going to prepare me, that was still here living and winning and people counting on me to be able to move forward. So it doesn't matter how insignificant you think it is, how significant that it is, big or small, you got to learn to manage your state. Mr. Julian talked about that yesterday, and that's a part of energy. Now, here's the deal. Sometimes, even in managing your state, sometimes winning means losing. It does. Winning means losing. But here's the creative part about that whole thing. And this is what I love. You know, even in winning and sometimes losing, it's really all about what you learn. Like, honestly, with the winning mindset, I promise you, you will feel so free. It'll create an unshakable confidence in the challenges. Instead of them being challenges, they'll be looked at more of opportunities instead of obstacles, and the failures that come from that growth, you'll learn and you'll gain wisdom. So is it really a loss? Not at all. But in order to grow, things have to change. They can't always stay the same. And that's where that accountability partner comes. When you're stretched and you're pulled, that's where you get that mental toughness from as well. And that's when you do it, you can show someone else how to do it, how to overcome the adversity, how to overcome the challenges, how to honestly, you know, block out the self-talk and the negative mindset, because in the losses, you still won by gaining knowledge and wisdom. So look, this is the last thing I want you guys to see. You see that mirror there? I want you to meet the person responsible for your choices, for your success, for your words. That should be actions as well, for your actions and for your future. You see that person multiple times a day when you look in the mirror. It all begins with you. So are you ready? If you're ready, congratulations. If you're not ready, yes, Sam Foster, you better get ready. We will lead, we will follow, or we will get out the way. That's it. So I ask, are you ready? But I know you're ready. I know it takes a significant uh, uh, ability to say, yeah, I'm going to get on this call every day and learn something new. I'm going to apply it. I'm going to make sure I master the mundane, you know, for sure. I'm going to make sure that whatever happens in my life, I am going to be the master of this ship. I know there's folks on here from Japan. I'm looking at Maria Carter right now and Victoria. I'm seeing so many people on here right now that don't have to be on here. You know, Jen Olsen. And when I tell y'all, listen, I had a whole nother message. I'm not even, Dave, look, I'm looking at you right now in them shades that I wish I had on. They so slick. When I tell you, yesterday I had a whole nother ministry in mind, but when I listened to Julian Lewis, I didn't even want to get on here today. I wanted to replay his yesterday today. And I wanted to have tomorrow repeat Julian Lewis. It's so ridiculous. The energy that comes with building, the energy that comes with loving, the energy that comes with winning, the energy that comes with losing, the energy that comes with just being great. So are you ready? Get ready. Bob pulled over. He's in his car right now. Why? Because he wants to be ready. Be about it. Be about it. Don't read about it. Be about it. We're not just going to be sitting out here, Mr. Thomas, are we? Just clapping for Julian every time it's your turn too. And there's no reason why we cannot win and win big together. So next week, I would love to say I know what it's going to be. Lord, please don't let Julian Lewis go before me again on Tuesday, because he's going to change the message again. It always happens. But I'm so excited. I'm so excited of the fact that we get this type of leadership. I was on something that we have called Midnight Madness, and then I'm done, you guys, last night. And one of the young ladies, one of our top producing regional directors, she's also our record breaker in our impact organization. Her name is Miss Letitia Dawson. She had a gentleman who got started in her business. And when he got started, he already understood and knew residual income. He has it in his business that he has right now. And we were talking about how it's still not true recession-proof residual income, but he still understood the value so great. And in his mind, he told her during his launch, he said, well, I'm really doing this for my grandkids because they don't want to do my business. So this is residual income for them. I'm setting this up for my grandkids. And as he began to be trained, as he began to get on leaderships like this and be able to have his mind open, the windows of heaven poured out blessings. And now it's not about whether or not his grandkids do it or not. He wants them to, but he understands the value of this business. And you want to know what he said? It's the leaderships like Julian Lewis. It's being able to be trained and have an 8 o'clock call every evening that we can get on and someone be able to speak to my people on my behalf where I don't have to do it by myself. It's the leadership, the training, the support that this business gives that I don't get anywhere else. So man, when I tell you, it's really about us being able to buckle down and do exactly what God says to do. Let me see here. Somebody sent me a private message. Then it's really about us not just listening, because we can listen all day. Like I was ready last week to pull my notebooks out. I wanted to show Mr. Lewis, look, I got as many notebooks as you do. I take notes on everything when it comes to this business. And I'm gonna tell you something and then we're done. You wanna know who I've been paying attention to? I'm Sneaky Pete, Jen Olsen. She got a, yup, look at your eyes. I focused on you on purpose. I got right there because I knew I was about to say your name. You got on a Zoom last week. And Jen, I paid attention. And then I made a phone call to ask about you. I pay attention to everything because leaders follow leaders. Period, point, dot. Leaders follow leaders. And so I stay ready because I want to run with the best. I'm a gold digger because I want to be the best. God designed for each and every one of us to be great. So it said, are you ready? Question mark. But it's really, are you ready? Dot, dot, dot. Let's get it and let's go. We have something in our hands and in our mouths that the world is waiting on. And it's how we show up. And it's how we show up when people aren't even paying attention to us, or you think they're not paying attention to you, Jen Olson. That makes the difference. So Mr. Thomas, once again, I thank you for this platform because he was someone I paid attention to well before this call even was designed or took place. I paid attention to him 20 plus years ago. And who knew that on a vision board, that when I said, I want to do, be, and have some of these things, this gentleman would manifest in my life the way that he has. And now I get to be a part of greatness with you. So I'm done for the day. I thank you guys so much for this opportunity to minister, to grow together, to love together, and to be great together as well. You know, thank you once again for the opportunity. And I look forward to next Wednesday. God bless.